This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
More laughter.
More fun. So that's my family in the East Coast. It's always better at the West Coast, though.
You continue to inspire everyone around the world, all the brethren around the world.
This is INCRadio Los Angeles.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Tuning in to INCRadio Los Angeles. I am one of your hosts for today. I'm Brother Stefan Honrade, coming to you from the local congregation of Santa Clarita. Wow, it's been a while. Hello, hi, good morning to everyone. If you're just waking up, please grab a cup of coffee and join us, or tea for those that don't drink coffee. And just wake up with us. Because we have a great topic for today. Because we have a special guest, and definitely we will for sure introduce our special guest later on our show. So definitely what you want to stay tune in. Please comment down below. Give your shout outs, your greetings, good mornings to everyone. So for today's weather, if I can check, it is actually 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which is here in Santa Clarita, which is really cold. It's actually cloudy. So if you are going out to exercise, to take a walk, please grab a jacket, because it is fairly chilly out there. So please please be careful out there too as well. Of course, I am not here alone. I am with my beautiful co-host for today. We have Sister Marianne. How are you, Sister Marianne?
Hi, Kuya Seb. I'm good. Hello, everyone, to the brethren watching today. My name is Sister Marianne Borja from the local congregation of North Hollywood, NoHo. Make some noise. And in North Hollywood, where we are, it is a nice 66 degrees Fahrenheit, and with a high of 77 and a low of 64. So it's been pretty hot recently, but this week is cooling down, which is really nice. And I'm also not alone today. I'm going to pass it off to my other lovely co-host today at the AJ.
Good morning, everyone. Am I the special host? I mean, guest. I don't know. Maybe there's someone else that's joining us today. Hi, everyone. I'm Sister AJ Capistrano from the local congregation of Oxnard. Today, it is currently 9:10 a.m. here in Oxnard in LA. Our current weather is actually a little bit warmer than Santa Clarita and North Hollywood. We are currently at 67 degrees. Yeah. So Santa Clarita is 65, NoHo is 66, and Oxnard 67. So that is weird for LA. But we do have a high of 73 today. So it's going to be a beautiful day. Hope everyone is doing great. And make sure that you are commenting your local congregation in the YouTube chat. And like we have been doing the past couple of weeks, we are going to be talking about our most active local congregations and our most active brethren from the previous broadcast. So before we do that, our previous broadcast from last week was about the anniversary of the TSB, our 5th anniversary here in LA. So if you did not get a chance to watch that, go back and take a look at that broadcast. It was a lot of fun. We had TSB officers from throughout the district to talk about, what inspired them to become a TSB officer and what inspired them to continue being a TSB officer, and all the things that they do to help the church in all of their activities. So that was a lot of fun. We were in Oxnard with a live our live show in Oxnard, and I had a stomach ache from laughing so much. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, we are going to go over our most active local congregations and most active brethren from that broadcast. All right. So for last week, our most active local congregations. In third place, we have the local of Eagle Rock. Congratulations. For second place, we have the local of Pasadena. Woohoo! Congrats. And for first place, we have the local of Oxnard. Woo. Good job, everyone. Thank you for joining in and commenting. Again, so the way that we get these most active local congregations is the number of people that comment in the chat per local. So Oxnard had the most number of people that were commenting. So make sure that you're sharing this link with your friends and your loved ones in your local congregation, and make sure that they're using their local names in the chat so we can count them. All right. Our next we have our most active brethren. So these are the brethren that commented the most in our chat. So for third place, we have Brother Erwin Luminta from Santa Monica. Thank you po, Ka Erwin. In second place, we have Sister Rochelle Kitalig from Woodland Hills. Congrats, Sister Rochelle. And for first place for most active brethren, we have Brother Ivan Capistrano from Oxnard. Woo! Yeah, he's always here because I'm here. Thank you, brethren, and make sure that you are, again, commenting and, just talking about the broadcast within the chat and just talking to each other. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna pass it over to Sister Marianne.
Okay, well, in also exciting news, I am going to segue into promoting our upcoming activity, and it is Unity Games Esports Tournament Edition. So if you're looking for information for that, this is the place. Yes, sign up now with your CFO presidents and your CFO officers. They will be able to direct you to all that information if you're interested. And the games that we're going to be playing that day on November 2, 2025 in Oxnard locale will be Valorant, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mario Kart, and more. So let's continue to hype it up. I will be there watching, and it's definitely going to be an exciting day because we get to see all the brethren come together and just play some games for fun and brotherhood and unity. Is everyone else excited?
I'm excited. I'm really excited for this. It's something that we haven't done before. So, Steph, are you going to participate? Are you playing?
I want to play Mario Kart. I could say I'm very competitive, so I will definitely be there and definitely enjoy just enjoying everyone playing games. Yeah, this is definitely very unique because it's, I guess, our first time in our district doing this, so definitely very exciting. So yeah, we'll see you guys there.
And I'm tempted to sign up for Super Smash Bros. Because I just know how to push buttons. I don't know any of the combos. I just like, but it's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
I just press buttons and I go.
Okay, let's team up. Marianne, let's team up. You and me.
That's the team right there. But yes, November 2 in Oxnard, and sign up if you're interested with your CFO officers and presidents. And with that, I will segue to Kuya Steph.
All right. So thank you. All right. So thank you, Sister Marianne, for that one. So definitely, this is really, I guess, years in the making, right? But this has been a couple months, ever since we had our International KADIWA Meet Greet. It's crazy how it's been only a month ever since this activity. So we have again a special guest for today, which is coming all the way from Japan. So again, thank you so much for joining us. We have Sister Stephanie. So if you can please introduce yourself, Sister Stephanie.
Yes, thank you so much, Kuya Stefan, Ate AJ, and Ate Mary. Good morning to everyone who is watching and listening to INCRadio Los Angeles right now. Sister Steph po here from INCRadio Japan. Thank you so much for having us today, and I'm so excited na ma-share our wonderful experience from the International KADIWA Meet and Greet.
And so, yeah. So, if for those that do not know, she's actually one of the INC Radio producers from INC Radio Japan. So, again, thank you so much for joining us. We will definitely have so much to talk about because there was just this special activity that happened in August, at the end of August, and we do want to just jump right in. So, the first question is for you is what was your first initial reaction or thought when you found out that the International KADIWA Meet will be literally right there in Japan?
Bigla naman akong kinabahan dun kay Stefan. Pero from from the very first time we heard na that the International KADIWA Meet and Greet was going to be held here in Japan, lalo na dito sa Nagoya, we were honestly overwhelmed with excitement, syempre. And at the same time, there was also yung kinakabahan kami. It was such like big news for us, for all of us, because this was going to be the very first international event to be held here in Japan, lalo na to all the Kadiwa members. So we like felt that this was going to be something truly special and unforgettable, diba? And from that moment, my fellow district Kadiwa officers and I couldn't stop talking about the Kadiwa International Meet and Greet every single day. The event became part of our conversations, like on meetings, activities, and syempre dun sa mga casual chats namin sa um, our social media accounts. And we would always end up imagining what it would be like. And we pictured how the venue would look like and how many brethren would come and what kind of atmosphere it would have because it will be our first time and first time meeting some brethren from different part of the world. So yeah.
Yeah, so it was crazy because um just talking to you, I was like, wait, this is definitely going to be exciting, and I just didn't know. And if I'm not mistaken, was this your first district activity? If I'm not mistaken, right? Or your second? Or it's been like a couple times in the making.
The what kuya? I'm sorry, I'm
The
sorry. The
activity,
first
the activity.
first
Yeah, was it your first activity in the district to being held?
Yeah, the first activity, the first international event in our
Yes.
district. So it was like we were so curious and excited about how everything would be like. Lalo na I met like a different brethren, different hosts from Ions Radio, Kuya Stefan. Yeah. Our brethren from Southeast Asia. Yeah. So it really felt like we were counting down the days together with my co-officers, and at the same time we were also kinakabahan talaga because we knew how important this event would be, not just for us but for the whole district here in Japan and also sa Tokyo. We wanted everything to go well, and we were all eager to do our part to make it very memorable sa lahat ng Kadiwa members. So yeah.
At the Steph, you mentioned that you met with your fellow INC Radio co-hosts and producers. How did you and Steph meet? So did you know each other beforehand, or was there like an INC Radio gathering or something at the
Yeah, I knew Kuya Stefan. I don't know if he would remember, but I'm like joining the program from past 2 years, 3 years ago. The Kadiwa I don't remember if what's the program is. Kadiwa Live? Oh,
Oh
sorry.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. It was,
Kuya, do you
yeah.
remember?
It was like, yeah. Okay, now I can remember now. So it was, yeah. So it was. So there used to be a show a couple years back called Kadiwa Life, and I was part of, or actually one of the producers of that show, where it's pretty much a show for Kadiwas by Kadiwas, and And I was one of the producers, and she was also one of the guests, and she was also part of the what is it the program too as well, right? So
The Faith and
definitely.
Melody, I
Oh,
think.
Faith and Melody too as well. Yeah, right. And yeah, from there, we kept in touch. And there was a couple times where like I would ask you questions, and then same thing. And then what's fast forward to a couple months earlier, like I was planning my trip, right, to Japan, and I was asking, I was like sort of kind of planning where am I going to worship, right? And I messaged you, and it was like, oh, Sister Stephanie, like I literally introduced myself again,
Oh,
and I
I
was just
didn't
like,
remember that one.
yeah, and then for some reason she did not respond back. And then she responded back. What's funny is she responded back right after I attended worship service.
Oh, you were
And
already in Japan.
I was already in Japan, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Chris Stefan. Like I hope you were able to attend worship service, but maybe we can collab on our IT radio show."
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
during the International KADIWA Meet and Greet, I was asking everyone to
Yeah,
have our collab during the event. And I'm so sorry about that, Kuya Stefan. I just need
it's
I
okay.
need to
It's
explain
okay.
myself. Sorry about that.
Well, aside from not telling people what when worship service is, Sister Steph, what was your role during the activity, and how did you prepare with your fellow district Kadu officers?
Yeah, at the AJ, because I am a district multimedia member. My role
Mm.
during the International KADIWA Meet and Greet was to, of course, capture the smiles of the KADIWA brethren and all these special moments that happen throughout the event. Like what I mentioned earlier, this was our very first international activity event here in Japan. So there were truly a lot of heartfelt prayers, devotional prayers that we offered as part of our preparations, of course. And as the multimedia director, it honestly felt a bit overwhelming then at times, because I had a big like responsibility to make sure that the entire activity would be properly documented. And we wanted to capture not just the program itself, but also the emotions of all the Kadiwa brethren who attended the event, and of course the friendship, the fellowship, and the unity that made the event so very meaningful, ate. And there was this feeling that every yung makukuha naming shot mattered, because these moments would not only be something we'd look back on in the future, but they would also be used on all the news futures about the activities. So yeah.
I think your multimedia team did a great job because I feel like I was jealous that I didn't get to go. And that just means that you guys captured and documented it so well, thanks to God, and everyone throughout the world will be able to see that. So thank you to the district multimedia. That's
No,
awesome.
and I want just like to shout out all the multimedia members here in Nagoya, and of course Tokyo, Japan, and a very special big shout out to the officers from the Southeast Asia who helped also us to perform as a multimedia during that event, and of course the brethren from the Philippines who helped also the documentation. So a very big shout out to them, and thank you Naden to helping the documentation during that event. So
Fantastic. Thank you.
Well, I do have another question in regards to that, but it definitely sounds like you had a lot of fun at it. I think that I was also scrolling through like Instagram and social media thinking, I wish I was there. But next meet and greet, hopefully we will unite and I will be there. Yes. But my third question for you, Ate, is how did it feel meeting other fellow Kadiwa members that came from different parts of the world? And I know that you kind of went into that already, Ate, but maybe, yeah, how did it feel?
Yeah, meeting other fellow Kadiwa members. For me, siguro, it truly felt so blessed. It was such a fun and meaningful experience kasi like what I've said earlier nga, very like new to me, meeting the Kadiwa members all over the world, because I was able to meet so many different people from various places, various districts, and for me, each of them had their own unique stories during our interviews sa mga during our documentations and experiences to share them to all the brethren. And I also learned a lot from them um during the interviews and during the activities. It was so inspiring to hear how active and dedicated they are in their respective districts. And guess what? Even until now, I still keep in touch with some of them through social media, Kuya Stefan. And I just want to give a shout out to Kuya Randy. We give each other a little updates from time to time. And it's really nice to have built those kinds of connections na hindi ko talaga naisip ever since. So it feels like the friendships we made during the event continue to grow even after the Kadiwa meet and greet. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ate. That's so sweet. And actually, like, even that event is also kind of a networking event. So that's really nice. And you get to have these unique connections thought that you can only get at events like these. So
Yes,
that's
that's
really
true.
cool. I think
Yeah,
we have another question from Priya Steph.
yeah. So I know there's a lot of of moments, especially within those 3 days. But like, what was your favorite moments, or or an exact moment from the Kadua meet and greet? Like, was there any like multiple moments, or maybe like a key or highlight of that activity?
Siguro I feel that I need to share it with you guys. Na
Yes, yes, please.
when I overslept during our 3 day our tour day event. Yeah, because after the activities every day, I had to make sure that all our coverage and documentation for the event were complete and in order, so that I can send it to who gonna manage it. Because of that, I often ended up sleeping really late, sometimes around 2 or 3 a.m. during the 3 days event. And I think because of that, on the last day during the tour, I actually overslept. And guess what? I was the bus monitor during that day.
Oh
Oh,
no.
snaps.
So our bus had to wait for me for about like 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, this is my honest answer, and one is also the moment after the event, that at the hotel we were staying, there was this lobby area, and that became our little catch up spot every night after the activity. So me, our district officers gathered there to talk, share our experience from the day, and I just enjoy each other's company. And what made it even more special po is sometimes Kadiwa members from other district gonna join us and also share their experience during the event. So it was great way to end our every day, and yeah, happy ending every day. So yes.
Are you far from where all the activities were taking place?
No, we're just like 5 minutes walk
Oh,
from
okay.
am I right, Kuya? Yeah.
Well, it was like a 10-minute walk from the
That's-
hotel. So so all the events, so for those that are asking, the events and the activities was held in correct me if I'm saying this wrong, but it's called Aichi Sky Expo, right? So
yeah.
it's sort of like a Los Angeles Convention Center
Oh,
type of
okay.
venue, and the hotel is really right next to it, and it's From the hotel to the actual venue is like maybe like a 10-minute walk.
Oh, I
And
thought it's
obviously
like 5 minutes for me.
it was
I
10
was
minutes
running
because
every day.
it was hot. It was hot. So it was super hot. So I made it 10 minutes because I had to slow down. But
I
yeah.
love that. So, Sister Steph, what is something that you'll take away and cherish from this activity, from your first international activity in Japan?
Lot ate. I really want to cherish all the friendships that were formed during the event. And the memories we made, the new experiences we had as Kadiwa members, and also as district officers, and of course being a multimedia director po sa distrito namin. Those moments will always stay with me. And one of my biggest takeaways from the activities that even if we get tired or feel exhausted, everything we do in service to God is never in vain. As we heard in the worship service during the event, God sees all things we do for Him. And that really stayed with me and gave me so much encouragement and to continue my duties po, being a Kadiwa members, and of course being a multimedia director po. And I'm pretty sure that the activity po, the International Kadiwa Meet and Greet, also added excitement to the other Kadiwa members who joined the activity. And it was truly a meaningful experience for me that strengthened not just our bonds po, our friendship, but also our faith, and of course the dedication po as a Kadiwa brethren. So yeah.
Thank you, Father Steph. Thank you for joining us today. Before we let you go, do you have any shout outs that you want to share?
Yeah, I just need to give a shout out po sa lahat. Can I just speak on Tagalog? my
Yes,
my
yes.
nose is
Yes,
like
Ate.
bleeding right now.
So, go ahead.
First of all, I just want to say hi to Kuya Manly po. Hello, Kuya Manly. To our Kuya Tech on board for today. To our supervising minister po, Brother Manny SB Benedicto. To our CFO overseer, Brother Charles Swank. And sa aking mga district Kadiwa members, mga officers po sa aming distrito. Hello po, Ate Ems, Ate Nika, Ate Isa. And of course, to all my co-hosts po sa INCRadio Japan. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Los
Thank you,
Angeles.
Paul. Thank you, Paul,
Thank
Sister Steph.
you.
Everyone, make
Thank
sure that we are
you.
tuning into INC Radio Japan so we can see Sister Steph. All right. Thank you, Sister Steph. Have a good night. Oh, that was so lovely. I loved hearing her and talking with her. Yeah, I'm so excited for your guys' next International Kadiwa meet and greet. It sounds like it is a wonderful time to be had.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah, go ahead.
definitely.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
definitely.
So yeah, it was definitely very fun. So hopefully for the next one, for all those Kadio brethren out there that are tuning in, please go into please attend the next one because it's definitely going to be really good.
So exciting. All right, so it is a time for us to head over to our YouTube comments. So I guess I will start. So we started off with the YouTube. Brother Seth had some like fun facts and some trivia questions for us. So he asked us, how fast a bullet train can go, and apparently up to 200 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. Brother Ivan says Ohio. I think that's how you say hello in Japan. We have Paparita de Dios. He says, "Good morning, brethren, and to all tuning in to INC Radio Los Angeles County. Indeed, the wait makes us even more excited for today's program." Oh yes, there's a little anticipation coming into today's broadcast. We have Sister Sheila Makutai. She says, "Good morning, my fellow brethren. Give me more laughter, more fun, more LAC." She is tuning in from LA. And my last one for right now is from Brother Alan and Sister Effie Lamont. They say, "Good morning, Paul from Oxnard." All right. Who else would like to share?
I see
Marianne? Mhm.
I see Sister Bree tuning in from OCC, our former host here at LAC. We miss you, Bree. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I see both my parents in the chat. Hi mom, hi dad, Camarlo and Carol. Thanks for tuning in and watching me. And I also see Sister Haley Francisco. Happy viewing from Oxnard. Any more, Kuya Steph?
All right, we have Sister Ariane Andrade. She says good morning and happy viewing from Santa Clarita po. We have Brother Martin Morales. He says morning from Santa Clarita. We have Brother Sergio. He says morning everyone. Another great broadcast. Woohoo! Happy viewing po from Oxnard. Let's see who else. We have Kajoy Andrade. She says hello po. Good morning to everyone from SC. Let's see. I know we have a couple more. We have my mom. So hello, mom. She says hello po to everyone, to all the brethren. Happy viewing from Santa Clarita. And then we also have Sister Nika Kristen. She's she definitely agrees with Sister Steph, saying that it is very true that that memories are forever. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, and to also continue to give your shout outs and your comments down below in our YouTube section, and we will definitely read them as we continue on our broadcast. So with that being said, let's continue on in our broadcast. I know for those that are tuning in, I know you're still very excited to find out what really happened with all the delegates. So let's continue on in our second half of the broadcast.
Well, yes, let's move on. Thank you to everyone who commented. We actually have more guests today, and I'd like to introduce someone else, a sister who also went to the meet and greet this year. You may know her, Sister Cece. Sister Celeste, can you go ahead and introduce yourself and locale and CFO? Well, you are Kadiwa, yes.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Sister Celeste Herrera. I'm from the local of Northridge, and yes, I am Kadiwa.
All right, thank you for joining us today. I know you made time to join us, so thank you for doing that. And I have a question for you. Knowing the Kadiwa meet and greet was going to be in Japan, how did you prepare yourself?
I think my first instinct was to message all my friends and ask them who's going. Are we gonna make it a friend trip? Something, I also asked my mom because she went to Japan earlier this year around April, May. So she definitely helped me in preparing, just like, I guess more so what to expect since it's a completely different country. This is also my first time traveling out of the country in general. So we were actually just talking like a few months before, and I was telling my family how desperately I wanted to travel and just like put myself out there. So for the international meet and greet to announce itself like right at the perfect time was amazing. And I also doom scrolled social media. I will admit to that. It's not good, but it definitely helped me. And I think what helped me the most is when they released the itinerary, letting us know what will happen each day. And it definitely helped me narrow down what I wanted to pack.
That's important, huh? Learn, like, figuring out which thing to pack.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I think my mom and I went with her. So we traveled together. It was a little mom and daughter trip. And we were like double checking our airline to see how much weight we needed just in case like we didn't, because we only had carry-ons. So we didn't want to go overweight. And I think we literally had to like use our little weight on, the one you have on the floor.
Scale.
One. Yeah, the scale. So we would pack something and then we would say, check it right now, just so that you don't, interfere with anything.
Did you leave space for all of your souvenirs, or did you buy souvenirs?
I did buy people souvenirs. I was able to put them all in a little bag, and I was able to fit all of them. So that's good. And I kind of like rearranged everything, but I was able to bring home some stuff before. Luckily I didn't pack too much, but yeah.
So you said this was your first international trip. Did it spark the interest for you to want to do it again?
Yes. Oh my god, I had such a good time. I
Oh,
keep in contact with some people. Shout out to Sister Jenny from Maryland. Shout out to Sister Cassie from Mountain States. I think I the entire time it was okay. It was like a mix between having to slow down and realize like, oh my goodness, I'm in Japan. Hello. And then it was also just, getting myself amped. I think one of the first day, we immediately got into one of the activities, and it was kind of hard to get my social battery up because of the jet lag. But all the brethren were just so nice and welcoming. Um, yeah, it was amazing. I hear the next one is in Australia, maybe. So I'm excited.
ooh. I will never go to Australia because they have giant spiders there,
I heard.
and I'm not a spider girly. Um, brother Steph, what was your how did you prepare going into the Kadiwa Meet Greet?
So I got into a mode, like I just got into a mode where I was like, I will search everything about Japan. Because just like Sister Cece, like I mean, it's technically my second trip internationally. But my first trip was when I was a kid in the Philippines. But this was definitely my first actual trip internationally as an adult, and definitely it was a great experience because leading or leading up to the months before the trip, I searched up where am I going to stay in Japan, like where the good restaurants will be at, right? Where will I be shopping at, right? So there was so many kind of I tried to build my ideal itinerary, but I it was funny because like I never really followed my itinerary, and that so it was a great experience because like I was able to like kind of like learn the culture a little bit more prior to going there, and then I was able to try to practice in speaking the language, just to kind of make myself just a little bit more familiar with the language, and at least know how to communicate a little bit better with the locals. But definitely it was months in the making of trying to prepare for this trip.
So you said that you tried to understand or speak the language. Cece, did you also try to like speak some Japanese or try to,
I
do that?
I mean,
tried.
I did with sorry, I did with I tried with konnichiwa, right? Konnichiwa means hi, right? And then Ohio, right? And then there was like other couple things like I put like thank you, I forgot. It's been a month.
I
How
think
about you, Cece? Yeah.
I tried. I think I was just more scared that I would like pronounce it. So I think I just kind of stuck with like thank you and hi, but I never really got too assimilated.
Did it seem like the locals there understood English?
I think, yeah, I think like they were able to pick it up really well. I think it's just because of how many tourists come in. It seemed like they understood, like, oh, they don't understand. Let me try my best as well. But they also would use Google Translate. They would speak into the phone and then we kind of talk through there. That was only on one occasion, but I think they really also tried to speak English for us. So I think it was just that kind of culture exchange was really thoughtful and considerate of them.
Yeah, that's awesome that we have that technology to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So Cece, you talked a little bit about like, you arrived in Japan and that was your oh I'm here moment because you were just thrown into an activity. Steph, did you have a moment where you were like, "Whoa, I'm actually here. Like this is happening."
Um, it was actually so it was prior to traveling to Nagoya. So I first landed in Tokyo, a couple of days before the event, and I was able to actually go to one of the most famous locations in Tokyo, which is the most busiest pedestrian crossing in the world, which is called Shibuya Crossing. And just talking about just gives me chills because just standing there and just actually experiencing the actual just standing there and looking at all the people that are crossing. That's where I was like, wow, I am actually in Japan. And that was like my welcome to Japan moment where I'm standing on one of the most iconic and the most famous busiest pedestrian crossings, and here I am right here, and I was just like, okay, this is definitely, it gave me chills just literally just standing there, and just it made me really experience, it made me just think about that I'm very grateful and humble, that that I get to travel, and I'm also grateful that the church administration was able to actually have these types of activities, because also one of the most my welcome to Japan moment was actually just being at the activity, right, and seeing all the brethren from all over the world. That was also my welcome to Japan moment where I could see brethren from like I just met brethren from from Spain, from different parts of the world. So definitely it was really a great experience just to really just actually be there at the exact time and moment.
That's exciting. Yeah, I've been to Shibuya Crossing too, and just being able to see the things that you've seen in movies and online in real life is pretty crazy. All right, okay, go ahead, Sister Marianne.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, I feel like I've only seen the specific landmark you mentioned and like other landmarks in like anime and like in animated shows, but I think that's so cool that you got to experience that, and hopefully the next event we get to see even more. So yes, and this question is for it's for you again, Kuya Steph. How did it feel for you meeting other Kadiwa members that came from different parts of the world? I know you kind of went into that, but want to elaborate more? Yes.
Yeah. So that's a really good question, because like outside of this, it was I of course I have all these friends here in LA, but just actually meeting like for example like meeting in person Sister Stephanie, right, and then meeting new brethren from different parts of the world, right, and it's definitely a humble experience, because we as members of the Church of Christ, we're always, it always feels like you're familiar with these brethren, because we're all members, right, and definitely it was a funny and a great experience, because it felt like we were like it felt like we were already friends, because the moments that we shared, the experiences that we shared throughout those 3 days, was really awesome. And then you get to hang out and to meet these wonderful brethren, that's have the same faith, the same values that you share, right, and it's a great feeling, for you to know that these brethren that you just met literally like a couple minutes ago, right, or a day ago, that they share the same values, the same faith, right, and that makes it much, it really strengthens your faith, to definitely experience that, just to really meet your brethren just like that.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
That's really nice to hear.
For Casey, do you have a favorite moment from the activity, the Kadila meet and greet?
Ooh, let's see. I think I really enjoyed the second and third day. So the second day we had service in the morning with Brother Joel San Pedro preaching, and the third day we kind of did like a little tour to Nagoya Castle and the train museum. But the second day I really loved the lesson. For me, it really hit because he talked about the type of people that we want to keep in our lives, whether it be romantically or platonically, and even talking about loneliness. And at that time, like I think just a week before I went to the event, I found myself in a situation where a close friend questioned my faith very publicly and even made some strong accusations against the church. So, to hear that lesson, it was very reassuring. And it also just reminded me that, we will have people who don't understand, and we have the choice to, maybe be influenced by them, or turn to God and pray for guidance, or even maybe approach a minister with questions that may arise from that. So hearing that was really well. I mentioned Sister Cassie. We actually met as District Benhi a few years ago when we did an inter-district event. So to see her again was so fun. We actually had lunch after the service together, and we caught up together, and we talked about how kind of crazy it was to meet again as Kadiwa and in person, because when you were both District Benhi, it was over the pandemic. So to meet in person and to spend that kind of time with her, it was just really nice to see a familiar, but also like kind of new face, since we're in a new chapter of our lives. And the third day was so fun. I love Nagoya Castle. I love going to museums. I like going hiking. So Nagoya Castle was just such a beauty to see in person. And I think my little group, we shared so much ice cream, which was amazing. I don't know, I can't describe it. It was just, you had to be there. But then we also went to the train museum. I'm a lover of museums, so I just found to read. Like, I was talking with one of the brethren, and they were brought up how Japan's train system is the best in the world. So to read about them was really cool. I don't know, I'm kind of a nerd. But yeah, it was such a cool experience. I also love the railway system. We did the bullet train there to Osaka afterwards. And I think that was kind of also my moment where I realized, like, wow, like the public transport system over there compared to here is, I think it's more normalized over there. And I would prefer to take the train or walk or bike over there than compared to here.
I love that. I know it's so easy to take public transportation over there. Everyone is so it's a clean environment, and everyone is very respectful of each other and each other's space. The culture in Japan is just amazing. So you talked a little bit about the timing of the lesson and being able to reconnect with brethren that you've met previously, or meeting for the first time. Why, Sister Cece, do you think it's so important that we participate or attend these types of activities?
I think nowadays it's so hard socially to make genuine friendships, and there are a lot of factors to that, whether it be technology or just not meeting the right people at the right time. But for the church administration to approve these type of activities, you can really tell that they do take our social struggles into consideration, and especially at this large of a scale, for them to approve this activity, it just gives us an opportunity to make those genuine connections, not only with people who understand our beliefs and understand our faith, but also understand the struggle. I think to relate on that level together, whether as an officer or just a Church of Christ member, it just made me feel so seen, because like Kuya Steph brought up a few moments ago, where it's like, I just met these brethren maybe a day or even a few minutes ago, and because we're able to share on that level and relate to each other on that level, you really do feel like your brothers and sisters, or that you've known each other for a while. But not only like relating about the struggle, but you also get to learn, right? It's not just you're all kind of in culture shock because you're in a new country together, so you're experiencing that together in the first time. But everyone also brings their own culture to the event, so you get to learn their culture as well, and you also get to learn their stories and tips that they have. to handle certain situations, whether, again, as an officer or a member of the Church of Christ.
I love that. Thanks, Cece. And I'll just throw the question over to Kuya Steph. Why do you think it's so important for us to participate and attend these types of activities on your end?
Yeah, and it's really, it's a really it really strengthens, your faith, because, you know it's crazy because it's only been a month, right? But then, when you get to share these experience, this moments, right, with the with the brethren that you just met, right? it it really gives us, it really strengthens the bond, of the Kadima members, right? And it just really also strengthens our faith at the same time, because, you know it just like what Sister Cece said, like, we all go through, we all share, hardships and trials, and right. And, you know if we have, these brethren that we just met, share the same things, right? Go through the similar things that we are going through, right? There's definitely this bond where, we could definitely, you know go on and really, making sure that where everyone is being supported every step of the way, right? And at the same time, with creating these new friendships, it really makes us even more, really proud to be a Kadua member, right? And, for those that are tuning in, a Kadua member is, brethren that are 18 years of age and that are not married. And, of course, within this age, right, there are definitely, problems that we all go through, right? Whether it's, going to work, going to school, right? Maybe, we're still trying to find, our, that special someone, right? There's all these kinds of problems that we all go through in life, right? But we have these brethren that we just met that share the same things, but at the same time will support each other every step of the way, and that really makes it special, with this activity, that, we are not alone. And, definitely it will strengthen our faith even more, I mean, as we continue on, communicating and strengthening our bonds with our new friends.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you guys can hear me. My AirPods just died. So, okay, cool. I will thank you guys, Sister Cece, Brother Steph. Thank you for joining us today and sharing your experiences with, the International KADIWA Meet and Greet. We are out of time for today, but before we go, we'd like to ask Sister Cece, do you have any shout outs or anyone that you'd like to say hi to?
Yes, shout out to Sister Jenny and Marian. Shout out to her and Matt, especially as incredible event. Shout out to to have spent that time with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Steph. Do you have any shout outs?
Just a quick shout out to everyone that I met in Japan, Brother TJ, Sister Carol, and also all the other, Sister Kim as well, and all the other, brethren that I met, that I did not mention. Definitely shout out to you, and to also all the delegates from that represented our district, Sister Sydney. Who else am I missing? Brother Alan, and Brother Roy, and Sister Zoe. Definitely, it was great. It was great representing our district. It was fun just to, have other LAC, members, just going into Japan to experience the same thing. So definitely, shout out to everyone.
Awesome. Thank you. I'd like to also thank Sister Stephanie from Japan for joining us this morning. Yeah, so that's the end of our broadcast. We'd like to thank all the brethren from the District of Los Angeles County who continue to support and watch us every single week here on INC Radio. Thank you once again to the ministers and the workers from the District of LAC. Thank you to Ka Andrew Makadengdeng, our District Multimedia Advisor, Ka Pierre Perez, our District CFO Overseer, Ka Erwin Brillo, our Assistant District Minister, and Ka June Pilon, our District Minister. Thank you po.
Thank you po. And also thank you to Kuya Tech. Thank you, Kuya Manly Andaya, our executive producer, Kawali Taray, our station manager. A special thank you always to our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. Very special thank you to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. And with that, we will see you next week for more
laughter,
more
more fun,
fun,
more
More
LAC.
LAC.
Thank
See
you.
you all next week.